Welcome to Forex Mentor Weekly Forex Forecast. So before we start the analysis, kindly like, share, subscribe and click the bell icon for the motivation. So let's start. So this is the Euro USD chart. As I told you last week that the price may test this trend line before go upwards, but price was moving without touching the trend line and move upwards. And I also told you that we might see some new higher highs over this area, or price might break this to create another higher high before go further downwards. So price was moving as expected. So what will be the next move of Euro USD? So next week we might test this level before go downwards. I am still bearish in Euro USD. So you see here that the overall move, you see price break this level and create another higher high, then suddenly sellers appears to come in and push the price low, and then price move further upwards. So in the next week price is hovering around this area, or we might see some spike to upwards before go downside. So all my view about the Euro USD is downside down move. So this is the pound USD. So as I told you last week that this is the strong resistance area where the sellers are waiting to push price down. So, and I also told you that if price break this level, then we might see some upward move to test this level before go down. So, and I also told you that if we get some bearish engulfing candle, then we might see some downward pressures to hit this level before go upwards, and the price was moving as expected. Why I am looking short position over here? Because you see something here that price move upwards and creates some corrective structure over here, then move upwards, then move some deeper corrective structure here, and I see some kind of struggling over this area to create another higher high. That's why I am looking some short positions over this area. But why I am taking this area, and this area is a strong bearish zone, because you see here the size of candle and the momentum and the health of bearish. So that's why I considered it a strong resistance zone, and the price was moving as expected. So what will be the next move? So the next move of pound USD is still upside up move, but after completing this downward structure to move traders from this buying pressure to the selling pressure and trap retail traders over these areas, these kind of areas, price move upwards. So this is the Aussie New Zealand. So as I told you last week that I'm looking for some long positions over this area, and the price was moving towards this area and showing some weakness over these area, and with a confirmation of this strong momentum candle, then price will move further upwards. So I think you never miss this trade, and price still in moving in our expectation. So what will be the next move of Aussie New Zealand? The Aussie New Zealand one next move is price may hit this area or this area before further go down. If we see any kind of weakness over these areas, then we might take some short positions over here. But if you take long position over here, so please move your stop over the breakout and then let the market work for you. So all my view about the Aussie New Zealand in a bigger time frame is upside up move. So this is the USDCAD and the price is still in a range, and I am still bullish in USDCAD. Why I am bullish in the USDCAD? So let me explain why I am still bullish. So you see here, come over here. So you see here that the price was moving in a strong downwards move, but after from this area, price are struggling to create lower low from this area, and recently we see some strong buyers over these areas. So price are moving to further downwards to create this kind of fake outs to retail traders who think that the price will break. Price was break and now support is turned into resistance and suddenly price move upward with a strong impulsive wave with the power of pulse. So imagine that the strong downward move are now completed. You see this move, buyers are come back to push the price upwards. Always remember that after an impulsive up move, price was moving in a range to absorb the orders for the retail traders to bring market to another level and wash the accounts. So you see here that after impulsive move, so all traders are thinking that, oh, price is still in our support into resistance area. When the traders see this move, they trigger sell trades and price move up downwards. So this is now not happens next week. Next week we might see some downward moves to break these area and change the overall buyers into sellers before go upwards. So I am waiting for some kind of price action over this area before taking any long position. So these are my targets for the USDCAD. So all my view about the USDCAD is still upside up move. So this is the Aussie USD. Aussie USD is still moving in a range. After this impulsive up move, prices are going to try to break this recent high, but failed so many times over these areas. So what will be the next move of Aussie USD? This is a very interesting trade I see. Next week, price might break this high with an impulsive move and hovering around this resistance, which creates a fake out and grab the money from the retail traders. So they might think that now resistance turn into support and they trigger their trade over these areas, and price moving upwards, and they are thinking that yeah, we get some interesting positions over here, then suddenly price will move downwards. So why I'm thinking like that? I always told in my previous videos that when I see this kind of divergence over chart and particular indicator, that the indicator did not follow the price of chart, then I am stop buying or stop selling. Something wrong is going to the market and market will go in other direction. So when I see these kinds of divergence or these kinds of signals, I stop buying or I stop selling. So now I am only looking for some short positions in Aussie USD. So the next week we might see some impulsive move to grab the money from the market and watch some retail trader accounts. Price may show that it will go further upward, and suddenly price will move downwards. So all my view about the Aussie USD is still downside, down move. Thank you. I'm Forex Mentor signing off.